Gather round, everyone, and hear again the tale of Drakfu. I'm just trying out different voices at this point. Welcome, everybody, and happy Monday. So we are back in the Tale of Drakfu, and we are pretty much finished up with the questing in the Badlands, but we do need to get a few more done, and I'm hoping that we will get access to a specific chain of quests, but somebody was actually telling me that they thought it was Alliance only. And if it is, I'm going to be so sad. Okay, so first of all, we do have a couple of other quests to take care of involving some Dust Belcher ogres that have stolen all of our... no, we're going to steal all of their supplies. Because, you know, we're nice like that. Didn't you get the memo? We sent out the memo, man. Alright. Mithril. Don't really care about Mithril. And here's some Dust Belchers, so we're just going to go ahead and start killing them. You know what? I'm not actually going to go up here, because we are actually going to have to go into that cave. Whee! So, I hope everybody has had a good Monday so far. It is early on in the morning, so people are either in school or at work, but thankfully you guys can get out and then you can watch the Tale of Drakfu, and it is so great for you. It's great for me too, because we get to have some fun. And this is actually the start of the new upload schedule that we're going to be doing from here on in, so... which doesn't really change anything on Monday, it's just on Wednesdays. And as soon as Gaming with the Geeks ends, it changes to Saturdays. But that's okay. Okay, so we have Dust Belcher Silk. We need to get some meat. Oh, maybe it's this thing that's hanging from a hook. Maybe. I don't know. I might be wrong about that. Which is weird because these guys don't actually count as the Dust Belcher combatants, I don't think. No. I'm not getting credit. Okay. Mithril deposit. Don't really care. Now here's the thing to be excited about, at least to some extent, is we are level 50, which means technically we could enter Burning Crusade content in 8 levels. You can start up, for those who don't know, you can start up content like that at 58. It was strangely enough one of the few expansions that lets you do that. So again, once we hit 58, whatever zone we're in, we're going to finish the storyline for it, and then we're going to go right into Burning Crusade content. And also, now that we're level 50, as an added treat today, later on in the day, you will be getting the first Dungeons and Drakfus, which is going to be with, we're going to go in order of where they're at, and by lowest level to highest. And we're going to start with Ragefire Chasm, because that's a great place to start off. And then we'll start hitting some of the more popular dungeons on the way. And people are already asking, so how are you going to handle the winged content? Because a lot of those dungeons are still very open. I'm probably just going to handle the wings. I'm going to figure out where the wings end, and then we'll go and do the other wings later. Because some of them, I like the fact that you return at a later level to take them on. So we'll probably do that, because one of the reasons they did that, in particular, was to keep the dungeons short, so that you could get through them quicker. Which for leveling content is perfect. There we go. And then I know a lot of people were also very excited when I made the Gamescom announcement to officially do the Class Hall campaigns when Legion releases. That's going to happen. I don't know how often they're going to come out because I got to level the characters, but we'll make them work as best we can. But you will get Class Hall campaigns for every class. I have one of each, so it'll work. We need 3 more. Here we go. 2 more. Boom. There we go. And yeah, we've got plenty of other content in store. Trying to think all the WoW content. People have already been asking if I'm going to do some kind of streaming of dungeon and raid content when I'm going through that. I'm strongly considering doing it. Maybe that'd be a great way to do live streams. I don't know. I'm still trying to work that out. Obviously, it's Monday, people. There isn't a whole lot to talk about right now. Oh, and also by now, people might have seen the podcast, and we finally talked about the other Gamescom announcement people wanted us to talk about, Metal Gear Survive. So, quick tease here. I actually haven't recorded that yet, but you guys get my thoughts ahead of time. I think it's Konami's cheap way to keep hold of the franchise. From what I could tell from the trailer and other information that I could gather, it doesn't necessarily look like an individual game. Well, yes, it does, but its story looks like it's just a continuation of the Phantom Pain, and so I don't know if I like that idea. But I was kind of on board with Metal Gear Rising. Kind of. I never got around to playing it, but I was interested in the fact that we were going to take a look at other characters within the universe. So, I don't know. I guess I'm basically waiting for more details to emerge on Metal Gear Survive before I get excited. Alright, so Survival of the Fattest, welcome back! I imagine those ogres weren't too much trouble for you. Here, some coin for your troubles. There we go. And let's go ahead and talk to Gorn, because we took care of his ogre problem.
You've got hint of a hero in you, Blood Elf. Now get out of my battlefield.
Alright. And Bwong, level 51, so 7 more levels to go. And that is definitely an upgrade, so we will take that. Wait. Why won't it go? Weird. We might need to take a quick break to see if we can fix this. I don't know what's going on. Why can't I equip the cloak? There we go. It was just busted. And also, I was actually curious about this, and it actually happened right after I ended recording. So every 10 levels, yeah, you get sent back to the Peak of Serenity, and I was not disappointed in the fact that we didn't get it, but we actually did. So let's go ahead and head over to the Peak of Serenity really quick to see what the masters have to teach us as a monk. Ooh. Indeed. Loading bar. Move.
Welcome. I hope your travel was pleasant.
Actually, let's go ahead and read the text before we turn it in. So, the Peak of Serenity, continue your training. Use Zen Pilgrimage to travel to the Peak of Serenity. Speak to Master Height in the Shrine of the Ox when you arrive. The time has come for you to return to the Peak of Serenity to continue your training. Use Zen Pilgrimage to return there and speak with Master Height when you arrive. Okay, so, pretty much the same thing. Welcome back, Drakfu. It's time to continue your training.
Bend with the wind.
So, continue your training, Master Yoon. Welcome back, Drakfu. The time has come for the next step of your training. Speak with Master Yoon in the training grounds below us for your next lesson. Okay. And we're gonna get a headpiece.
Courage.
That'll be nice. But it is time for us to continue our training. Oh, did it not give it to me? What the heck? It didn't give it to me! What is going on? Except,
with the wind,
there we go.
you will not break.
I think it's this way. They usually are this way. So we're just gonna go down to the training grounds and meet with Master Yoon. And why am I walking? I don't know. I just am. Okay, so Master Yoon is over here. Oh, he's a gnome!
Salutations!
Ah, I used to think it was priests that were overpowered. Now I think it's rogues.
Okay, I wish to challenge you.
Burning.
Sometimes the best defense is to prevent your opponent from acting against you.
Okay. Oh, could this be what I think it's going to use? He's not talking anymore, so... I'm actually wondering if it's paralysis he wants me to use, so let's go ahead and do that.
Bow to me and we shall begin.
Okay, well,
Interesting.
let me bow. I'll get off my mount. Is burning you alive. Move! I don't think he's burning me alive. Oh. No, we will interrupt your heal. There we go. So it was basically teaching interrupts. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Maybe it was going for that guy. That was just an interrupt one for me to learn. Okay. So we have taken care of Master Yoon, the noble gnome monk. Even though he's a filthy gnome. Filthy, filthy gnome. Okay.
Welcome. I hope your travel was pleasant.
I hear from Master Yoon that your training went well. Come back again in the future to continue your training.
We're going to go ahead and do Critical Strike.
Courage first, then power.
Now,
then
sad part is, once again, it gives me the experience gain buff. Boink! Gotta take that off. We said we would, therefore we are. And we're going to take this, and it just gives us a little headband. So, we're Ryu from Street Fighter. Now it's time for us to use Zen Pilgrimage to go back. And we are done in the Badlands. So it is time for us to move on into... Oh, actually, no. We need to go to... Yeah, this is the quest that I think it is. And in my opinion, one of the best quests in the game. So we need to go to the aid... Or we need to find Theldurin the Lost. And that's the one that we're highlighting. As soon as we find dear Theldurin, we get to do, in my opinion, one of the funniest quests in the game. Welcome to the Machine was good, but this one's also good. Oh, leave me alone, you cat. Leave me alone, kitty.
And now Kitty, the bad kitty!
I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Let's see. We have Sungrass. What was the other one? Golden Sandsome. Well, let's finish up the Badlands, then we'll worry about herbs. I can't do it. I have to go and get it. I have to. I know people will get mad at me, but I have to get the herb. Where's the herb? Oh, there it is. I have to get it. I have to move things forward. But the cool part is that after I get this thing mastered up, there will be some stuff that I can still collect in Old World, but I'll actually be in Burning Crusade territory for professions. So here it is, Theldurin the Lost. So here we have Theldurin the Lost. We have Lucian Tossle Wrench and Martek the Exiled.
What can I do for you?
They sent you to check up on us. I've been around this desert longer than any of those chumps. We're just soaking in some of the scenery and just telling stories about old times. You like telling stories?
Off with you.
The day the Deathwing came. I love this quest. It is so fun. Deathwing made quite a mess when he passed through these parts. If it weren't for me, he'd probably still be here, laying waste to all the good people of the Badlands. What, you don't believe me? Fine, let me tell you the whole story.
See you soon.
I remember it well. It was a bright, shiny day. I was just minding my own business when all of a sudden, Deathwing appeared. Because, you know, he does that. I said to myself, I'm gonna punch that dragon in the face. I'm gonna punch that dragon in the face. Unfortunately, the cataclysm had knocked loose a bunch of angry elementals. You dang blasted elementals, I said. I'll punch you too. Alright. So, we basically get Theldurin's Fist, which is like the what I'm guessing GMs use to kill raid bosses. Smack. Smack. Just takes one punch and he can do it. So we'll take care of these dang blasted rock elementals. And then we actually can target the Galdern rock heap. Because you need to do that. Yes, because your fist can do that. That's just the way it goes. Okay, so we don't really need to kill these Galdern elementals. Because we already have all 5. But we'll kill them anyway. Because why not? Dunk. Dunk. There we go. No! Leave me alone, you dull blasted Galdern elementals. And in the meantime, I actually have a bunch of things in my text just like, I'm gonna punch that dragon in the face! We just need to make it to the end, so... Okay. Almost there. Now, strangely enough, if you've never seen the man model to Deathwing, that's it. They never really implemented it aside from this. I don't know why, because it's a cool-looking model, but there you go. So, he's there, so we might as well punch Deathwing in the face. Punch Deathwing in the face. Fist punch!
Great to
Alright,
meet you.
some story, huh? Now you know why Deathwing hasn't come back here since. Alright, and that actually opens up Lucian Tossle Wrench. The day the Deathwing came, the real story.
Not only Theldurin's story wrong, it was boring and imaginative and slow. I'll tell you how things really happened on that day.
Off and away.
Okay, so...
First of all, it wasn't sunny out, it was cloudy when Deathwing appeared. The cowardly dragon must have seen me because he turned away and flew into the clouds. I'll find you in those clouds, you worm, I yelled, and then I'll throw you to Kalimdor.
Okay, you're a gnome, how are you gonna do that?
Luckily, I'd been tinkering with my world-shrinking device.
Of course.
I decided to keep shrinking the world until I could reach the clouds.
So, that's pretty much what you have to do in this one, is shrink the world, shrink the world again, shrink the world again. So it's not making him larger, it's making the world smaller. It's making the world smaller. So then search the cloud, and we're just going to keep on shrinking the world.
Once the world was small enough, I started to hunt for Deathwing in the clouds.
Okay. How well did that fare for you? I love it. You just get this smaller model of all of the Badlands. And it's just a giant gnome walking around, you know, like you do. Because this is totally how it happened. I mean, he completely found Deathwing in the clouds, right? I mean, it's not like the dragon could have wings and move. I totally believe this gnome. Do you believe this gnome? I believe this gnome. I think he did it. I think he did it this way.
And I had searched every cloud, but I couldn't find Deathwing. It was then I realized that he was hiding in the sun. I looked up.
Please tell me you pick up the sun. Yeah, you actually have to find Deathwing. And you found him.
The sun burned me bad, but I got my hands around his slimy neck. I summoned all my strength, faced west, and threw him to Kalimdor.
And that's his story. All right, so
The end. No moral.
You have a great day now.
and then Martek the Exiled. The day the Deathwing came, what really happened?
Those two have no idea how to tell a story. Theldurin's story was too short.
Actually, you know what? This guy needs a peon voice.
These two have no idea how to tell a story. Theldurin's story was too short, and Lucian's tale was a little too tall, if you catch my drift. Also, neither of their stories had hot babes in them. Sit back, Drakfu. I'll tell you what really happened that day.
Okay.
The day the Deathwing came, blood rained from the skies. Like you do. I believe I was showing my motorcycle to some hot babes at the time. After Deathwing appeared, they became quite frightened, but I only had room to rescue one of them.
So you have a... Oh, man. Okay. You have an orc admirer, you have a night elf admirer, you have a human admirer, and you have a blood elf admirer. And it's a male. So, well, I don't swing that way, so we'll just go ahead and pick the night elf admirer. Hey there, good looking.
Hop in, baby.
Actually, you know, he is an orc. Let's go with him. Hop in, baby.
Obviously, I picked the orc. Work, work. We rode off down the canyon, careful to avoid falling rocks.
Okay, so we avoid the following rocks. And it's still raining blood from the sky. So what else happened, Martek? Or was that it? Let's just keep on writing, I guess. Keep going down the Deathwing Scar. And...
When I reached the end of the canyon, I remembered that my motorcycle could fly.
of course it can!
That would have been helpful to know earlier. I flew to the top of the pillar, located just north of the canyon. During the flight, I shared a tender moment with the lovely orc.
And there's, again, the human model of Deathwing. Again, I really wish they would have used this model a little bit more, and they didn't. So let's go ahead and claim it.
Atop the pillar, I saw him, Deathwing. The time for the ultimate confrontation had arrived.
I'm gonna punch that dragon in the face!
Hey, stop it, Thuldurin. This is my story. Cut it out, guys. Quit interrupting.
And there's the gnome.
Fine. You don't get to hear about how I beat Deathwing in a night fight. Your loss.
Even now, it's still the funniest quest. Because here's the thing. Everybody has those one or two friends that like to tell stories, but make them cooler or make themselves look cooler in them. And that's why I've always loved this story. It's because it's happened to everybody. We've all had those guys.
I can't believe those guys would interrupt me like that. My story was going so well, too. Anyhow, thanks for sticking around so long. It's nice to have someone new to share tall tales with. I'm sure Lucian and Thuldurin feel the same way. You have any you'd like to share with us?
Be safe.
Sorry about the interruption, Hartek. You gotta admit, though, I made your story about 50 times better. Next drink's on me. Well, I can't argue with that. It was still pretty good. I love this quest. It's right up there with Welcome to the Machine for me. I know that a lot of other people have other favorite quests from the Cataclysm just to add to the humor element of World of Warcraft. And a lot of them are out there. But the ones that caught me were obviously Welcome to the Machine, just because you get to be a quest giver. In fact, it's getting a revamp in Legion. We will get a revamped version of Welcome to the Machine in, I believe it's High Mountain is where the quest is. So we'll be able to get that. And I also just love this one. In fact, if they brought back Thuldurin, Lucian, and Martek in Legion, I would love it. Just to tell some more tall tales. It's great. Okay, and that actually finishes up the Badlands. So our next stop is actually going to be to Searing Gorge. That's the next place that we need to go. So in order to get there, I'm actually going to take a little bit of a shortcut. Yeah, the dragons are going to aggro to me for a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And it's actually over here. Originally, like, people would break the game, so to speak. Like, we try and climb up the mountains to get into Searing Gorge. This time around, though, they gave us a complete path to be able to take. And I'm just double-checking here to see if... No, there's no quests here. So now we have an actual path into Searing Gorge, and this is part of the Searing Gorge Burning Steps. We are officially at Blackrock Mountain, which a lot of vanilla ratings centered around. If you were going into the deeps with Molten Core, or if you were going to the top with Blackwing Lair, you were dealing with Blackrock Mountain a good portion of Vanilla WoW's lifespan, which is awesome. That's the way it should be. I mean, there were only 2 times when we took a break from that, because even the top tier dungeons at the time, the Blackrock Spire and Blackrock Depths, were in Blackrock Mountain. You spent a lot of time there until Encourage hit, and also when Naxxramas hit. So most of your time was spent here. All right, so Lunk's task.
Lunk came from the Badlands. Other ogres try to make Lunk fight. Lunk hate fighting. Lunk want to learn. Lunk see machines to the south, machines made of gears. Maybe if you ask nicely, machines will give you some gears. Then maybe Lunk can have a gear and learn about machines too.
Oh, Lunk. You lunkhead. But we love ya. Alright, and then we also have 3 members of the Thorium Brotherhood. Prasan, Dustcropper, Jack Rockleg, and Burian Colpart.
How are you?
So let's talk to you. Well, what do we have here? You here to help?
Keep your feet on the ground.
A new master, but who? You've arrived just in time. Here's the skinny. The Dark Iron Dwarves in the Gorge have been acting strangely, and the Thorium Brotherhood intends to find out why. Overseer Oilfist doesn't like surprises. We suspect that they're following orders from some new leader. I have reason to believe that Gravius Grimesilt, just south of here, knows who it is. Even here in Serene Gorge, we've begun to hear tales of your exploits, Drakfu. You should have no problem with Grimesilt.
See you soon.
Okay, so we're actually obtaining a memo from him. And then, is that how you say it? Burian Colpart?
How are ya?
Ever heard of the Thorium Brotherhood? Sure, we might look like a lot like those dwarves down in the gorge or in the Blackrock depths, but trust me, we're not anything like them. Those scoundrels dug too deep, and now they serve a darker force, Ragnaros, the Fire Lord. We're happy to be more independent of will and purpose, although most of the time our purposes end up being the prevention of whatever trouble they're causing. Yeah, so the Thorium Brotherhood actually is opposed to the Dark Iron Dwarves. Now, the Dark Iron Dwarves aren't necessarily evil unless you're talking about Blackrock Depths. Those are an opposing faction to Moira Thorisan. But that's actually who you would fight a lot of the time. It was either the orcs up in Blackwing Lair, or it would be the Dark Iron Dwarves in the Blackrock Depths and in the Molten Core. So the fewer the better. I'm not much of a fighter. I'm much more of a mining dwarf. Same goes for Jack and Pris and Lunk. Well, you'd think he'd be a big fighter, but he's the biggest wimp of all of us. What I'm saying is, it's good that you came here when you did. It seems likely that we in the Thorium Brotherhood are going to be fighting other Dark Iron Dwarves soon. I'm thinking we should pick off some of the finest before the war starts in earnest. Start with the Geologists and Watchmen to the south. So we're killing 10 Dark Iron Geologists and 10 Dark Iron Watchmen.
Watch your back.
Oh no, we're just killing, very generalized. We're killing either or. So let's go ahead and get things started in Searing Gorge. And get used to seeing a red sky, people, because you're going to see a lot of it.
I need to get closer.
Alright, so we're also gathering some memos for Lunk. Oh, and there's the Dark Iron memo. So there we go. We didn't need to worry about it at all. Oh, did we actually just kill the guy? Yes, we did, Gravius Grimesilt. He just came up to us. Well, thank you, Gravius. You made it easier for us. And out in the middle of this desolate land, there's one little bit of sungrass. Because why not? So I believe that Searing Gorge may have been added later as an added faction that you would be able to do with the raids, and they just also decided, well, we could do something here, and decided to do so. I may be getting that wrong. I know some zones actually came into the game barren. There were nothing in them until much later when either raid content, dungeon content, or something was added to motivate people to go to those areas. And in this case, it was the Thorium Brotherhood. We'll just take care of this Geologist right now. Funniest thing, how Geologists apparently have mastery over the power of fire. There's another Geologist over here. And we'll just keep on killing some Dark Iron Dwarves. We might speed up some of these things over time, but we're really close right now, so I don't see a reason to do it just yet. Oh, here's Gravius. Sorry to the questers out there who also need his item. I didn't mean to kill him. He came at me. Okay, so one more. And I actually think we need one more of the golems, too. There we go. And one more dwarf, and that'll be it. Come on, baby. Okay, so we have everything that we need. Let's go back to the camp. This is one of the things that I actually think was a big improvement to Old Vanilla, is actually having questing hubs, and then you just go around to that neighboring area instead. Old WoW did not work like that, let me tell you. Okay, so,
You got my attention.
fewer the better. Thank you!
Off with you.
Well, you're welcome. And we get 2. Out of place. The Gorge is an unforgiving place. We don't get a whole lot of fuzzy wildlife wandering around here. We tried bringing in some wild game, but they haven't fared well at all. There's just no food for them to eat. Now the nearby spiders, which were already dangerous, are getting big and fat on chicken meat. We'll never get rid of all the spiders. But we can salvage what chickens remain. Not only will you be feeding the Brotherhood, you'll be saving them a painful death by a spider bite. Okay, so we need to collect some ash chickens and a lumbering relic. Margol the Rager, an old thunder lizard seen around these parts. Legend has it he's been here in the gorge since before it was even a gorge. Legend also has it he ate my brother Barnabas. Oh no! I don't care how old he is or what kind of magic he shoots out of his nose. I just want him dead for Barnabas' sake. You'll find him wandering in the cliffs to the south of here. Okay.
See you soon.
Jack Rockland. Any news? Well, let's see. Overseer Maltorius. We're quite familiar with him and his work. What's this? The Archduke. That sounds promising. And we also get a neck piece out of it, so that's even better. Dig Boss Dinwhisker. Grimesilt wasn't as high up on the chain as I thought. We'll have to take out his superior and find out what he knows. Dig Boss Dinwhisker is his name, and he runs the dark iron digging operations within the cauldron. Just northwest of here, his excavators and footmen patrol the eastern side of the cauldron, digging downward day and night. He's not known to show his face out in the field very often, but if you slay enough of his men, he'll be forced to come out and deal with you. Okay? And if people are saying I'm doing a horrible Scottish accent, I apologize. Alright, time for lunk voice.
You get these? How'd you get them? You didn't kill the machines to get these, right?
Lunk looks upset.
Right?
Alright, Lunk no kill.
No, you are the same as Dorian Brotherhood Dwarf. Dwarf, kill spider, kill machine, kill. Lunk come to Gorge to go on adventure, not to go on murder spree. Goodbye, Blood Elf, you kill too much.
Okay.
Why you do that? Why you kill? Lunk tired of all this killing. Lunk quits. Lunk going to find some real adventures.
Believe it or not, we're going to be dealing with Lunk this entire time in this questing experience. A proper anti-venom. Huh, shame that Lunk left. I was beginning to enjoy his company. Oh well, back to work. I'm the closest thing that this expedition has to a medical officer, and I'm running low on anti-venom. We tend to need a lot of anti-venom. The key to proper anti-venom is always to start with the poison itself. The glassweb spiders nearby should be a good place to start. If you kill them, you can probably extract some venom from the sacs within their jaws.
Safe travels.
Okay, so we now have a Dark Ember to go get from Dig Boss Dinwhisker. We need to get the Gigantic Horn from Margol, but we're going to take care of the spiders and the chickens first, because this is kind of in the same area. Let's see. And actually, let me see if I can show this to you, because we can get a bonus quest from killing a spider. Oh, hi, Lunk. Lunk's Adventure, Spider Rider.
Lunk sees you kill things. Let Lunk teach you another way. Lunk always want to ride on Spider's back. Looks like fun. Spiders move too fast though. Always slip away. We work together. You fight Spider until it gets weak and tired. Then Lunk jump on Spider's back and ride around. Maybe Lunk even gather some venom for you. No have to kill.
Okay, well, we could try it your way, Lunk. So, we now have Lunk as kind of a follower. Oh, but first we're going to grab this ass chicken. This ass chicken. I did not mean to do that, people. So what we basically do, and for a lot of his, is we do enough damage that he does that. Whee! He kills the spider because of his sheer weight, and we get some venom. Yeah. For somebody who doesn't like to kill, he does not know his own strength. So, we are... Well, my bad. We're going to have to do this for quite a while, so I'm going to go ahead and speed things up while we do it, and we're going to be doing this a lot with the Lunk quest, but I think it'll work out. So, be right back. Okay, we're back for just a quick second, so we actually got this to turn in. Lunk's adventure is done. He's ridden 7 spiders.
Lunk is very happy that you let him ride on the spiders. Lunk is also happy that Drakfu was able to do Drakfu's adventures without killing anything. Maybe Lunk see you later.
Okay. So, good to know. Thank you, Lunk. Now, unfortunately, we still need to grab some of the ash chickens, so I'm going to speed things up again. Be right back. Okay, we're back. We got the chickens taken care of, we got the venom, and it just so happens that we were in the area, so I just went over to grab Margol the Rager. So let's do this!
Fist of Fury, Margol!
You can't hold me back. And there we go, we got Margol's gigantic horn. And we might as well just grab the mithril. I am not coming across any thorium, and that's actually starting to drive me a little nuts right now. Even though mithril ore is just green to me, so it's not really skill ups. Okay, so we only have one thing left to do, and that is we actually have to go into the cauldron to call out Digboss Dinwhisker. Bunk, bink. There we go. And I'm actually just curious, so let me know in the comments below, are you guys excited for Legion? And if so, like, who's going to be your first class and spec to level? I've already kind of made my decision that it's going to be my Boomkin, just because that's the way it goes. It's funny, I used to be a tank, and since Warlords, I've actually been playing DPS, but this time around, I just want to do it because it's the freaking Scythe of Elune. I just want to be able to do that, and in fact, I would love a later ability. I can just create my own Worgen. That'd be great. I don't think that's going to happen, but that'd be awesome if it did. Okay, go all the way over here. We actually have to loop around. Oh, these poor chickens. They are just burning to death in the Searing Gorge. It's just not working for them. Let's grab this. Boom, dink, dink. There we go. We got 202. And it's still going to be a while, because it still takes forever to get this going. All right, so down here we go, and if people remember, we just have to kill as many, or kill off his guards until Digboss Dinwhisker shows up. So, I hate to do this again, but we're going to speed it up again just really quick, because this takes actually a while for him to come out. So be right back. Okay, we're back. I killed enough of these guys, and there is Digboss Dinwhisker. So, time to die, buddy. So you're the ones causing all that ruckus. Dang right. And with that, we get the Dark Ember. And now we have something to turn in. So let's go do so. Ooh, baby. You guys can tell I'm kind of tired. It's been a long recording day, and we got so much in store on the channel. You know, I thought at one point that after summer things would ease up, and they kind of did, but not really. So, you guys will see in the next little bit. I've actually got a lot of things going on with other YouTube channels as well. And also, I'm just curious if you guys are liking the new... Ooh, True Silver, that'll work. If you guys are liking the new channel art that we've been able to get. And thank you to YouTube user Canman for providing it. And we're going to give him a formal kudos kind of in the About section on my channel, because it is a great piece of art, and he did a great job. So let's go ahead and turn in this quest.
What's on your mind?
Proper anti-venom.
Well, you certainly operate quickly. You do have the venom, right? This is way more than I expected. This'll last us months.
See you soon.
Bonk. We are now friendly with Thorium Brotherhood for giving them venom. If Dinwisker doesn't have what we seek, I'm not sure what we'll do next. An ember. What is this thing?
Be good.
Thorium Thorium Point, the seat of the Brotherhood.
Did you see that?
Oh wait.
See what this ember does. What?
You dwarves are worthless. You come to Ragnaros seeking ascendance, but you have nothing to offer. Nothing to offer except your backs and your shovels, so you will dig. Dig wide, dig deep. Seek out the places of fire beneath the world. My brothers and sisters yearn to be free. Succeed, and you may ascend after all. Fall and burn.
Kind of going into the whole Ragnaros storyline.
Did you see that? This is the missing piece we've been looking for. We have to take this information back to someone at Thorium Point. The Dark Irons have been known to consort with the Fire Lord in the past, but never before have they brought their kind this far into Searing Gorge. Thorium Point is west and north of here. You'll find it nestled in the cliffs that overlook Pyrox Flats. Take this information straight to Overseer Oilfist.
Okay. And then we also have these two.
Mind?
Out of place.
Oh, those poor animals.
You've got quick hands if you're able to gather this many in such a short time. Excellent work, Drakfu. I'll make sure these ones don't go to waste. Now, we do get that, but my headband is better, so we're not going to worry about that. And bwong! 52! 6 more, baby! 6 more. Lumbering Relic.
Bring me the horn, Drakfu. Yep, this was Margot's horn, all right. No doubt about it. Barnabas was a digger like me. He never stood a chance in combat against the beast. I'm glad you were here to set things right.
Okay. And from there, we actually need to go to Thorium Point in Searing Gorge, which is kind of the questing hub for everybody. They've added some since then, but back in the vanilla days, since I refer to it constantly, you actually did a lot of your questing in Searing Gorge. So, which is okay. I mean, having one quest hub at least in a zone is worth it. The only downside is that you basically needed to go out, get everything done, and then head all the way back. And in some cases, those quests would take you quite a ways off course to be able to do them. So I'm thankful that they added even more hubs and made it so that we could do things within the same area. Oh, look, Searing Lava Spiders. I remember having to deal with these constantly. Mainly because I was doing a lot of... my first character was a miner and a blacksmith, which meant I had to do a lot of mining out here. Oh, True Silver. Let's take that. Since that's more of a skill up than Mithril. Okay, never mind. I was hoping I guaranteed skill up, and it didn't work. What the crap, man? Well, we'll grab the sungrass at least. And all of this stuff, people have actually asked, like, what are the gray ones? It's mineral deposits that are beneath me, because there's actually a big cave network underneath Searing Gorge, and we're going to be dealing with it a lot. So you guys will be able to see all of that happen. Oh, look, more fire elementals, because there isn't enough out here. Let's just grab the mithril deposit while we're thinking about it. And still no skill up. This is why I want thorium, people. Thorium's a guarantee. And another True Silver deposit, so hopefully this is going to work. And it took that long just to get 203. That's where mining goes, people. Eventually it just becomes really difficult to level the thing, whereas I think herbalism is a little bit easier as long as you keep up with it. Okay, so we can get a flight path over here from Grisha, so we're going to do that. And this is actually Thorium Point. And it's expanded since vanilla, which is helpful. And there's a master pet tamer, so in case people are interested. Overseer Oil Fist, I think, is up here. So go up here, and there he is.
What's on your mind?
Welcome to Thorium Point. As Overseer, I'm responsible for all the activities of the Thorium Brotherhood. While that mainly involves mining, smithing, and some minor guard duty, we've largely become more of a martial organization out of necessity. Do I know you, Blood Elf? Overseer Oilfist listens to you as you describe what you saw within the flames at Thorium Advance. Sounds like another one of Ragnaros' minions. I don't like the sound of that.
Watch your back.
So we have Rasha Krak. Based on the information you've delivered, I believe that one of this Archduke's minions may have already turned its eyes towards Thorium Point. His name is Rasha Krak, and he patrols the lava pools just to our south. He looks like the latent fire elementals that rage nearby, except for one small difference: the bracers of binding that encircle his wrists. Find him and bring these bracers to me, Drakfu. I need proof that we are in danger before we involve ourselves in elemental wars. Yes, and then Mountain Flamestar. I get precious little time away from Searing Gorge these days. I've been leaning to visit a friend in Burning Steps for the last several months, but haven't had the chance. His name is Mountain Flamestar. While he's not a member of the Brotherhood, he is a trusted friend and definitely trustworthy. Will you send him my regards? You'll have to travel south before through the base of Blackrock Mountain. Just keep heading south, you'll find him. So this is actually the lead-in to, I'm guessing, the next zone that we can actually do, which is Burning Steps. Because Burning Steps is slightly higher in the Cataclysm, whereas they were kind of similar in Vanilla.
Off with you.
So that's the lead-in to Blackrock, into Burning Steps. And yes, you can go through Blackrock Mountain to get there. First of all, I actually forgot to do this on the way in, so let's grab the Searing Gorge quests. And we're already a good distance into it, so that's already a nice thing to see. So let's go ahead and talk to Taskmaster Scrange.
Talk to me.
Recon Essentials. We used to have more stuff around here. I think there was a spyglass somewhere nearby, along with the smithing Tyvir. I'm pretty certain that they've been stolen by Dark Iron Dwarfs. Yes, I know that I'm a Dark Iron Dwarf. I'm talking about the bad ones that live down in that gorge. You'd best check the Steamsmiths. They just work south of here. They'd be most likely to use tools like these.
Very good.
Again, I know my Scottish accent isn't great, but it's working. And Hansel Heavy Hands, who will actually come in later in Warlords of Draenor. He will accompany you there.
Interest you on the pint?
When Lolo doesn't want to spill any of his precious ale and get his little dress dirty, I'm called in. Yep, old Hansel is the dwarf that used to mete out a little bit of justice and a whole lot of pain. So curse these fat fingers. Unfortunately, I can't dish out the beats like I used to, due to this here fat finger problem. You see, the climate out here combined with the lack of air pressure makes me fingers expand. They're like gigantic Thelsamar blood sausages, they are. You're gonna have to carry out me orders of business and what have ye. First on me agenda, pound the living daylights out of the heavy war golems of the gorge. Get cracking. Okay.
Watch your back.
And then heat that just won't quit. Or that just don't quit. We smith, we smelt, we roast up whatever spider meat we can get. Bush chicken if we're lucky. Point is, all of this work means we need lots and lots of fire. Good thing we're smack dab in the middle of Firetown. Of course, the best fire comes from the elementals. You'll find them all over Searing Gorge, but always near lava. Here, take these flasks and use them on the elementals. Oh, did I mention the elementals gotta be alive when you gather the sample?
Off with you.
Alright, and then also we can do Lookout Captain Lolo Longstriker.
You got my attention.
The spiders have to go. Yes, they do. Normal spiders I can handle. Giant glassweb spiders make me uncomfortable, but they're far enough away that I don't worry too much. But lava spiders... Lolo shudders. Lava spiders are scary. They're enormous spiders that live in lava. I just got paid for my last week of work, and I'll pay you well to kill those things. You'll find them all over Searing Gorge.
Very good.
So we need to kill 9 lava spiders. That's quite a bit of stuff to do, and actually, that's going to be a great stopping point. So, we're going to stop for now. When we get back, we will continue on in our questing of Searing Gorge. Till next time, my friends.